revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through.
This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go. Do it. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check. 180.
Hey, watch the slant.
Be alert.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Deuce. Like 22.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Monday.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, 27 yards. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Daniels in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Love. It's complete to Golden Tate. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. You tighten up.
From the 50, it's Long. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Johnson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and they're just steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Blue 60! 10, 10! He's not going to get me. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Giants 0.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Watch tight. Hey, 50. Hey. Mike 7. We got 3. Hey, number 28. Mike, he's coming. Check in.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Delta. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Go right forward. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A shotgun snap for Love. He's got his man. This is Tate.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
11Z. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Alpha. Ford is marked. I'm coming.
Out of the gun, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown, Detroit! Ty Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A gift to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down. Love. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 32. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Luck now to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Let's go, team. Let's go. Check 43. 12.
Back to throw. Love. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Blue 60.
Check in. Oh, yeah.
Zebra.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, exit.
3 bud. Mike, 28.
Mike,
Now Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Let's go, fellas.
Set. 280.
50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Wow.
Alert.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, it's long. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, Love. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Gain of 7. Brings up third and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Love. And he finds Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, number 28, Mike. Go. Check in.
Let's get the ball.
40 got. He's checking quick. Hey.
Watch out.
To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this all... And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got him. 32.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
22 jet bomber. 40 got.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, it's Johnson. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Love. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 42-yard line.
Set! 180! He's coming. Check in. Here we go. Let's bring it.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Alert! Omaha, ready move! Omaha, ready move! Five! Hey, easy!
Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Love. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.